What's good, everyone? Your boy theSoloist bringing you another video. Today's video is about Zero. If you don't know who Zero is, I mean, you're missing out on one of the greatest gamers of all time. Definitely one of the best fighting gamers of all time. He plays Smash Bros, Smash 4, Smash Wii U. That's the game, and he's been killing it for years on end. I mean, my cousin is the one that got me into watching the fighting game. I always played fighting games for a long time, but as far as watching it, he got me in probably, around 2010, 2011, and that's when I found this guy who was just dominating the scene over and over and over again. Major tournaments, Evo, every tournament you could think of, this man was dominating the scene. And honestly, it's a toss-up between him and Sonic Fox. Those two, Zero and Sonic Fox, those two guys have been dominating a single game, for many years. Sonic Fox actually doing it in a couple of games, but Zero is definitely one I love to watch because he's the villain. He's the guy that, he's a nice guy. I don't know where he's from, probably like Turkey or someplace like that. He moved to the States, but nice guy, but he's dominated the game for so long, like people just want to see him lose. His friends just want to see him lose. His family, his mom wants to see him lose. He hasn't lost in a long time. He loses here and there, but you get my point. He's that dominant of a character. And esports, I can't remember the full channel, but I think it's esports something. Again, all the information is in the link below. Link to the channel. Go ahead, subscribe, all that good stuff for them. They came up with the video. It's the story of Zero, King of Smash 4. I think the title says it all. So that's what we're going to be watching today. If you don't know, I'm a huge fan of Smash Bros. If you never played it, give it a try. But you're going to find out today. We're going to watch Zero. That's his name. That's the name he goes by. The King of Smash 4. I'm sure it's going to be a crazy video. So anyways, let's go ahead and check it out. But before we start, I'm going to need you guys to do one thing for me, and that's subscribe and like this video. I tell people all the time, YouTube changed the whole game. We don't make money from nothing that we do. Alright? If you want to support the channel, you have to, guys. You have to drop those likes. You have to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because, I mean, that's the only way, only reason that keeps us going at this point. Obviously, we love the game and all that stuff, but your support is really what keeps it going. So go ahead and do that, and I'll actually even give you a couple seconds to do that. So be back. Alright, we're back. Let's jump into it. Thank you again for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to, the Soloist community. It's what we do. Appreciate you. Alright, so we got it up here. Alright, let's check it out.
In esports, there are stories of prodigies.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the class, look at the moves. Faker, what?
I don't know who that guy is. Maybe I should, but
their undying love of the game, and players that proved their doubters wrong.
you're gonna see me drink a little tea because I'm a bit sick.
While all have faced adversity in their quests for greatness, none have earned the title of the greatest, and
Right.
willingly chosen to walk away.
Hey, my man!
Universally recognized as the best player of our time for Smash 4.
But the story
Yes,
of the
sir.
King of Smash 4
Yes,
isn't
sir.
made of happy memories. Zero's throne is a lonely one, sitting in a kingdom built on a foundation of torment, years of hard work, and a role he never wanted. The villain of someone else's story.
Even
Yeah.
people that I will consider my friends actually want me to lose.
Zero's reign was
Didn't I just tell you guys that?
but the path he took to get to the top was
It's
greater.
lonely at the top, man.
This is his story.
Yes, sir. That's what we're about to watch.
Gonzalo Zero Barrios was born on April 17th, 1995 in Chillán, Chile. He started
Oh,
playing Smash
never
in
mind.
1999 at the
He's
age
not
of
in
4
Turkey.
when the original Super Smash Bros. Released on the Nintendo 64. But Zero had a difficult
At
childhood.
the age of 4, he's 95?
From the very beginning, I saw the ugly side of many things.
God damn, I'm 95
You know,
too.
very, very awful experiences happen where, like, kind of like everything's shattered, So So then my parents, you know, were not together anymore. The sense of family was destroyed, you know. I didn't have a stable home for like the majority of my childhood. I was pretty much in poverty, you know, for a long period of time, you know.
After his parents' divorce, his mother was unable to find steady work. And while his family's financial struggles may have taken a toll on him, the bullying he experienced at school was worse still.
You know, in school I was always
He does. Definitely looks like he.
no one really gave a shit about. You know, dead ass honest. You know, then no one cared. You know, like whatever I thought about anything, they never cared. You know, I was always quiet because people always told me to shut up.
Zero ended up dropping out of school, but he found
He dropped out?
GameCube his mother bought him. After spending countless hours in front of a TV Melee, Zero decided it was time to test his skill against others. Zero attended his first Melee tournament in 2006, but didn't actually play in it.
I just couldn't. I just couldn't play. I turn around.
Wow.
Let's go home. I'm too nervous.
Whoa. Guys, are you guys taking that in? In 2006, we actually went to the gaming tournament and didn't play. Like, I know a lot of people that say they want to go to a gaming tournament but never do, but when they go, and they actually... This guy, the greatest Smash player of all time, arguably, definitely in my opinion, went to a Smash tournament and didn't play. He was that scared. Guys, just let you know, the journey isn't easy to the top. But man, that makes me even like the dude even more, you know what I mean? That is nuts. That's actually nuts. Went to the tournament, didn't even play.
Eventually, Zero would not only overcome his fear of competition, but grow to love the thrill of it. From there, Zero was hooked. He started going to more tournaments, and when
you got some real friends, man. Now you know who your real friends are.
His mother, so that he could afford to go to even more Smash events. He began dominating the local Chilean scene, first in Melee, then in its sequel, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. He discovered that in America, people like Melee legend Ken Huang and Halo champion Tom T-Squared Taylor were making a living as professional players.
$100,000.
First recorded tournament victory. First place in Chile's second national brawl tournament. After repeated successes on home soil, Zero realized that it was time to take his talents to America. Zero's
Yes,
first
sir.
national event
Let's go, boy.
2012, where he placed 17th in singles and 9th in doubles.
No, this is definitely stalling regardless. Alright.
Yeah, he got destroyed.
Wasn't enough to make a living on. Zero returned to Chile, but the promise of being able to live off Smash...
Look at young Zero, man.
In 2013, Zero asked his mother to let him go to the United States for 1 year to try and make a career out of Smash. If he couldn't do it, he'd go back home, maybe go to college and leave the game behind for good. Zero moved to Philadelphia and began to eke out a living.
Really?
He practiced brawl, compete in tournaments, and use the money he earned to pay his friend's family some rent for letting him stay in their basement.
In fact, they didn't even charge me anything for the first few months because they wanted me to get a foot on the ground pretty much and kind of like start making some money, and then they charged me a little bit. They pretty much charged me like $200 a month, you know, just to live there each month, you know, which was extremely generous, you know.
Everything else was...
It is, man. That is.
So that he could attend more tournaments. He spent hours on buses going from Philadelphia to New York
Great Fox.
to New Jersey,
Nice little addition there.
to Maryland, all while studying videos of top brawl players to find weaknesses.
Mewtwo Kid.
His studies paid off. Zero turned heads with wins over some of Brawl's best players.
Jason went really deep off stage, and that could cost them. Zero with the edge guard. Oh my god!
Wow.
In private, Mewtwo King told him he had what it took to become one of the best. Over the next while, Zero competed at placed in a myriad.
That'll do it.
And in time,
that'll give you that confidence you need.
His rent. However, despite being successful enough to no longer worry about making a living, Zero never established himself as a dominant force in Brawl on the level that Mewtwo King and Nairo were. But then, he got a big break. At E3 2013, Nintendo unveiled Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and
wait, that was his big break?
Creator
Apex?
Sakurai, saying that the game would fall somewhere between the Melee and Brawl. For E3 2014, just a few months...
Because that's literally where... Guys, that was literally where I started watching Smash Bros. Like, I saw some smaller tournaments that my cousin showed me, but that is literally where I started watching the major tournaments. So when he won that, you're telling me that was, you know, the beginning of Zero. I didn't know. I actually watched the rise of Zero basically at this point. That's crazy. I really didn't know that.
Months ahead of the game's launch, Nintendo held an invitational tournament with some of Smash's biggest names.
Hungry Box.
With the world watching, Zero didn't waste his opportunity.
This is it. One grab, he misses. Huggybox doesn't get it.
Yeah.
And we have our first ever winner of a Smash Bros.
Wow.
Wii U tournament.
The body height that you get off of a win in those conditions
So
is inexplicable. Like, it is the kind of body height that I can be 80 years old and I'll still remember that because it was that impactful. Like, I will say it is one of the best moments I have ever lived in my existence.
Sure, the event didn't exactly
Young
play
Zero
by official tournament rules, but his grand finals win over Hungrybox put Zero on the map. Zero kept playing Melee and Brawl up to Smash 4's release, but Smash 4 called to him. At Sky Smash 4 Invitational, the first tournament to be played with competitive rules, Zero placed third. After that, there was no stopping him. First at UGC Bi-Weekly, Triumph or Die 2014, Super Smash Weekend, Super Smash Saturday, UGC Bi-Weekly, Double Vegas.
Oh my God! Don't tell me you won all of these.
Warriors Pack, the Clash Online Invitational, Double Vegas Down, Final Battle, Smash 4 Worldwide, Apex 25th Showdown.
Don't tell me he won every single one of these.
Double Vegas Down, Come On and Ban, NorCal Regionals 20, MVG Sandstorm, Shokaigi 20, Fire and Dice, Smash 4 Oblivion Tournament, Fire and Dice.
No way.
Double Vegas Down,
No way.
Combo Breaker Bets 2015, Double Vegas Down, La Paradiso, CEO 2015, FC Smash, Evo 20, MSS 1, Top.
No way he won all of these.
43 tournaments into the longest win streak in esports history, Zero was signed by Team Solomid, and he wasn't done yet. Between November 2014 and October 2015, Zero won an unprecedented 53 tournaments in a row.
You know how much money that is?
In 11 months. Zero wasn't just winning a few big tournaments.
God damn, guys.
He was grinding out more than a tournament a week all over the United States. If you had a local, Zero was willing to make the trip and take your money too. And he wasn't just winning, he was dominating.
Oh yeah.
TSM's own yet again, taking another huge tournament.
He wasn't just the best, he was unbelievable.
TSM signing him is the best thing you could ever do.
All the way from losers.
By far the greatest decision they've ever made to sign this guy.
Perhaps his most impressive individual feat came at EVO 2015, when Zero became the first Smash player to ever win the tournament without dropping a single game.
Get that grab.
I remember that. I remember that. Woo!
What? Say. What a play.
I remember
In
that.
his glory days, Ken, the man Zero looked up to at the beginning of his career, was known as the King of Smash. Zero became the first person to ever truly inherit that title. But when you're the king, you will always face a challenge to your crown.
Wow, he had a girl? I didn't know that. I didn't know he had a girl with him.
In New Orleans, Naira would bring Zero's incredible streak to a dramatic end.
Oh my God. One more stock, and you can hear the chant right
I like Nairo though. I was rooting for Nairo in this. I was a hater still, I can't lie.
Look like does not have the answers today.
Oh my God. It's over! It's over! He did it! Nairo!
I wanted Nairo to get that so bad. I'm actually a snake still.
Despite losing his air of invincibility, Zero bounced back, proving why he had reigned for so long.
At this percent, there are no guaranteed 50-50s. It all comes down to whether. And that is it! Zero takes
I remember that.
it.
I remember that too.
But
This girl loves her kisses, huh?
First place finishes in just over a
God damn, let the man live.
forced him onto the sideline.
Every time a shield or tech, it really hurts. So imagine every time you're playing the game, some actions will just pain you. Like, it's not the type of pain where it's like you get paint or something. It's the type of pain where like someone like hits you. It pains really bad.
Even during his hiatus, Zero was ranked as the greatest Smash 4 player in the world.
Of course.
It was a long time to go without real practice, and it started to look like his opposition was beginning to catch up. Zero finally returned to competition in Canada at Get On My Level 2016, where he managed to
Ally.
It was
Canada
incredible knowing
represent.
Someone who hadn't played seriously in 2 months, Zero's results were going to remain inconsistent. Second at 2GGT Mexico Saga. Second at Smash and Splash 2.
3-1.
Ninth at CEO. His first
Yeah.
time missing top 8 in 2 years.
Yeah, that was crazy. Larry Lair.
3-0 out of the tournament.
Third,
I remember that. That was surprising. I was happy. That was a black dude.
Third at EVO.
Gotta represent.
And Zero hit his lowest point yet, with 13th at Super Smash Con 2016.
The story for a lot of people going in here was, can Zero get the streak back? Can he put himself back on top? And unfortunately, The answer is no.
Zero is beating solid players.
It's kind of sad right now. I feel like I'm gonna cry.
At the time unknowns, people were ready to write him off. But he triumphed at Endgame in Illinois, beating EVO champion Ally and crushing Mewtwo King with a perfect JV3 stock in Grand Finals.
Back to the stage. This tournament's not over.
Really? I never heard about this tournament here.
Zero won Shine 2016 the next week without dropping a single set, a performance reminiscent of his dominant era. But again, his form dipped. Zero took a fall in March 2017.
Who is
49th at 2GG
Letai?
War, his lowest placing ever. After that, he only missed top 8 twice and brought home 31
This is kind of sad, man.
including wins at CEO Dreamland, 2GGC Nairo Saga, CEO and Shine 2017. Zero achieved everything he wanted to do when he left Chile. He was the absolute best player Smash 4 had ever seen. There was no one left to beat, nothing left to conquer.
I wanted to beat everybody. I wanted to beat every single character, every single player. You know, I wanted to beat the best players from Japan, the best players from every state. I just wanted to
you can do anything when you dedicate your whole life to it, man.
That I felt I will be so satisfied with that I could just turn the page on it and then look back on it and say, I did all that work for that. I built something that I'm proud of.
The same day he announced his retirement, Zero was ranked first again. Even at the very end, he was still the best player in the world.
I remember watching that video,
From the height of his
man.
dominant streak to the inconsistent days of placing outside of top 8, Zero earned every win, every triumph, and every bit of praise he received. Zero started from nothing, but by dedicating himself to Smash, through making it his life, he found success.
You know, even if I have the worst loss of all time, even if I have even if I feel like the game sucks, you know, if whatever reason I feel like at the moment, you know, I still always come back to it and I still always enjoy it. It still always makes me feel the most out of anything.
Zero went from no one to one of
I hear you, bro.
From a
I hear you.
play to the king of Smash 4. He scrounged by on tournament winnings, never underestimated his opponents, and always studied, always practiced for
This has to be a top 10 motivational video.
Make money with this or be popular. And I just hope all the people that may be in my position, you know, just somebody looks at it and says, hey, if this person with so few resources could manage to do all this, you know, get this far, maybe I can do it too.
Right.
Anything.
Regardless of whether Zero returns one day to dominate as he did over the last few years, nothing can take away from his legacy and the obstacles he overcame along the way to attain it.
Bro.
Thanks for watching. If you want more great content just like...
Woo! Guys, there we have it, man. There we have it. What do you guys think of that one? That is Zero for you. You guys can get to see the legend. I literally saw this guy when he first won. That's when I first got into the scene. And his entire reign of dominance. People might not like this analogy, but it almost makes me think of LeBron James. Really, like as soon as he got into the limelight, he just dominated the scene. And that's basically what Zero's been doing. And yeah, he had a video probably not all that long ago, probably 4 or 5 months ago, saying that he's retiring from this game. And about a month and a half ago, I think they announced Smash for the Switch, the new Nintendo console. So I can't wait to see what he's going to be, you know, in that game. And I definitely want to jump into the scene at that time. You never know, you know. There's kids that jump in at 14 just like him, or way younger than that, and they make it to the top. So why can't I have experience in the game? You know, why can't I be the next Zero? So, or you, for that matter. So that's it. That's the story of Zero, the king of Smash 4. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Your boy, theSoloist, and I'll see you guys in a later video. Peace.